Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Stuff Network. It's been some time. Some crazy stuff has been happening in the last few months. I know I said I'd make a return a few times. This is my third attempt now, and I think this will be a successful one because I'm finally settled. Yeah, I mean, the world's kind of gone to shit. We're facing a global pandemic, unprecedented levels of civil unrest, and, it kind of threw me off. I was going to return, Black Widow is coming out, but, the pandemic, unfortunately, kind of fucked everything up, so I kind of had to get my shit together over the pandemic. I mean, I kind of went through in and out of certain depressive episodes because I didn't know if a lot of plans that I had would come to fruition, but nonetheless, they did. And thank goodness for that, too. I miss the movie theater so much, man. I can't even tell you. I've always, appreciated it, but when they reopen it, man, I'm gonna just have a newfound appreciation for it because everything, all these small things are just taken away from us. Honestly, I think they should reopen everything. Just social distancing, masks, all the basic safety, methods and procedures that they can put in place to ensure, safety for all guests. I think, why not reopen the movie theater? You could have everyone spaced out there. Yeah, obviously you can see the change of scenery behind me. That is because I have moved from New York to LA for college. Yeah, this is going to be my new background. I got my two dogs out here. Yeah, they're going to probably be in the background a lot too. I was originally intending to do this video a while ago, but I never really got around to it because, when the pandemic started, I just had a lot on my plate to deal with. There was a lot to deal with. I think there was a lot for everyone to deal with. But, I feel like now I have a lot of free time, so I'm back. There's a lot of ground to cover since, I want to go over a lot of the movies and comic book related stuff that has been released, announced, and teased throughout the year, as well as upcoming projects, which I'm excited to discuss. So, without further ado, let's begin. First, towards the beginning of the year, after I kind of took my hiatus, we saw It Chapter 2 come out. Man, that was I was pretty let down by that movie, to be quite honest. I just didn't live up to its predecessor even remotely. I was thoroughly disappointed. Spoilers for all the movies I talk about, by the way. The ending was just, it made no fucking sense at all. And the way that the ritual of Chud or whatever it was called, it never ended up working, and they bullied Pennywise until he was like a little fucking deflated balloon or some shit, and then they ripped his heart out and crushed it like Kratos from Mortal Kombat. Like Kano from Mortal Kombat, I'm sorry. It's like, alright. That kind of made the whole movie feel entirely useless, but alas. Yeah, I was not happy with that one at all. I was actually kind of excited to see it, and I left the theater with a bad taste in my mouth, and kind of feeling like I sat through almost 3 hours for basically the stupidest fucking ending I've ever seen in a movie. The fact that they wrote that movie out and thought that was like a good ending is beyond me. It's just really stupid. The message it sends is really weird too. It's like, okay, so if you have a problem, if someone's giving you a problem, just bully them until they die. I mean, it's like, alright. Cool. Bullying is a good thing. Just make fun of someone until they die, by either killing them or them killing themselves. Alright, whatever. Then after that, came out, the next big movie after that was The Joker, and man, that was finally a good movie that we could talk about. And holy shit, was that a good movie. I was blown away. It was like a Martin Scorsese tier film. and it was just beautifully made. I mean, the hysteria that the media made over the movie that was an incite shooter, mass shooter, it's racist or whatever. I mean, there's some of the dumbest takes out there in regards to that film, and it was nothing happened. I always felt like the media was hoping for a shooting, but like that really, like I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like nothing happened. Nothing happened. Overall, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix's performance was fantastic. I was thoroughly impressed, and I would like to see him in sequels, maybe. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about that movie. And I know I had to let my dog out, so that's what the cut is for. But like, I know a lot of people really don't want a sequel because they don't want it to ruin the first film. But honestly, if they could do it well, I mean, the Todd Phillips was great. He's a great director. I'm sure he could shit something out that's pretty good. So, you know, I have faith. And then, so that one I really liked, so double thumbs up. And then after that, next kind of big movie that came out was Doctor Sleep. Now, that I really enjoyed, because Shining is one of my favorite movies of all time. And that movie kind of blew me away. I mean, it was probably the best movie of the year, notwithstanding Endgame. It was probably better than, I mean, it's comparing apples and oranges here, but I would say I enjoyed it more than The Joker even. It's a movie that went under a lot of people's radar, but considering the fact that I love The Shining so much, and they really did do service to The Shining. I mean, it's great what they managed to do with that film. They went back to the Overlook Hotel. The villain, Rose the Hat, was phenomenal. They couldn't have done it better. They paid homage to The Shining, and they really made it feel like a good sequel. Even though I wish they had like a deep fake of Jack Nicholson in the bar. I'll lament my frustration about that another time. But overall, they changed his demeanor too, which that felt like a little bit of attachment. It kind of took me out of it for a minute. But I was brought right back in because it was just such a great movie. I'm not going to let a small thing like that take me out. So overall, that movie was fantastic. And another one that I forgot to mention is Terminator Dark Fate. I don't really have much to say about it. I didn't hate it. I didn't particularly enjoy it either. I thought it was kind of mediocre. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Just like little clips. Like there's some cool action sequences, but overall it was pretty bland and didn't offer much new. It was just like whatever. So the special effects were cool though. And they brought back Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I guess, he's always nice to see, right? And then December we had some Star Wars, the Rise of Skywalker, I think. Was right, yeah. I felt like they tried to do too much in one movie there. There were some good parts of it for sure. I appreciate that they tried to kind of make up for the abomination that was The Last Jedi. Other than that, I mean, it was just some cool action. Honestly, I've never really liked Rey. I always found her to be extremely stoic and bland. And she always just struck me as like a very unique character too. Never enjoyed her. Enjoyed her seeing her on the screen. Yeah, I think they tied up most loose ends, and I guess they wrapped it up as good as they could have, considering what an abomination the previous film was. So yeah, I didn't hate it, didn't love it. Kind of forgot about it afterwards, to be quite honest. I just didn't really think much of it. So yeah. And then I think the last big movie worth mentioning that came out before everything kind of went to shit is Birds of Prey. I enjoyed it. For what it was, it felt very derivative of like properties like Deadpool, because they tried to have the whole self-awareness, breaking the fourth wall thing. I enjoyed it. I thought there were some good action scenes. I think it was the same stunt coordinator from John Wick. Pretty good. Pretty good. I thought, Harley Quinn was, as a Margaret Robbie, she rocks that character. I gotta say, I do enjoy that character. There was some, it was nice that I want to see more rated R superhero movies. The villain was decent. But I think my one caveat with the movie is something that pretty much everyone had, is that it wasn't really a Birds of Prey movie. It was more of a Harley Quinn movie, because they don't really, become the Birds of Prey together until the very end of the movie. Still a good movie, though. I'm not going to hold it completely to its title, even though it really should have been called Harley Quinn, a movie. But, thing with Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, which I don't know what they were going for with that, superfluously long title, but they thought it was kind of quirky though, so they went with it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There's all around the movie. More rated R superhero movies bring it. There's a nice gore. In the movie, there's people getting their faces peeled off and fucking blown to bits and shit. It's like, I want to see that. I want to see more of that. Show me more of that. Studio Marvel, DC. So yeah, that's good stuff. Now, as for what's coming up, we have DC Fandom was just announced. I think I'm going to go over that in a separate video, just so I'm not burdened with editing an extremely long video. So I think I touched up on everything that we kind of missed. I'm very sad that Black Widow is delayed more, because I was looking forward to seeing that, as well as Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Those are movies I was looking forward to seeing, but alas. Yeah, I know some movie theaters are reopened right now in some states. Here in California, if Gavin Newsom, gains a few brain cells back, maybe he'll reopen some theaters up here, and so we could safely go to the movies. I miss the theater. I like going to the cinema. It was like my home away from home. It was like therapeutic for me, and now I'm like missing out on something that really helped with my anxiety. I was like, a place to decompress, relax. It's now taken away from me, so. But it is what it is. At least I have a roof over my head, right? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Hopefully, I can try to grow this channel a little bit this year. It'd be nice. And yeah, have a great day, guys. It's been Geek Stuff Network. See you next time.